Welcome all to Blaze Poker, the diaries of a secret poker pro. All the names of the people in these videos will be changed for their anonymity, but the hands posted will be 100% real. We're back, and this time we're playing Asian games. We've got 25-25 for one hand, and then the other 5 hands, 25-50. These are all played in London in private Asian games. Playing in Asian RMB, which is roughly 10 to 1. So we're basically paying £2.50, £2.50 for this hand, and the other hand's £2.50, £5. Nothing crazy. We don't actually have 20k in the stack, it's only 2,000. Let's go. Falls around to me on the button. I'm going to open it. I'm the only pro in this game. These boys don't know it. Plus, I like to give a bit of action. I can show this hand down. They either steal it pre, flash a cheeky hand, or just play a hand in position. Big blind 3x'd back. I've got a pretty suited connector. I'm here to give a bit of action, win a bit of money. I'm calling, never folding. Flop comes down, absolute gin. 3 diamonds. We have flopped it. Excellent. Oh wait. Big blind's going to donk into us. He's going to bet 125%. Alarm bells are ringing. I don't think he'd go this big with sets. This is either ace-x of diamonds or flop flushes. Unlikely for him to have 2 pairs. I call. Turn comes the worst card in the deck. Great. Now we're just losing to everything. He bets 3,000. You think I'm going to fold? Absolutely not. Now, there's a reason behind this. I have played with this guy before. Does go a bit crazy sometimes with random hands. I thought I'll float here. He'll check a lot of rivers. I can check back. See where we're at. I might just be beating random 2 pairs or king X that was getting frisky. The plan is to call and give up on all rivers. Especially that river, and especially when he jammed all in for pot. We beat nothing, we fold. Looks like my call on the turn was right. This guy just flashes us king 8 off. Sometimes they get there, sometimes they get there. Right, on to the next hand. Playing 25-50, we get a limp under the gun, folds to us, we raise it to 300. Now, we're making it this size and because in these Asian games, rake is 10% capped at 50, 75 or 100, depending on what games you play. People who know, they know that's big. People that don't, that's a massive one. This is a capped 75 game. So the exploit we take here is we want to win a lot of hands pre, just take the dead money, or we want to make the pots massive and stack them. Get as much money in as we can as possible. We've got a pretty hand, we're going to be raising bigger than normal, so my size in here is 6x instead of 5 or 4. We get called in both spots. Okay, we flop it. Flop the nut flush draw and a second pair. I'm going to bet this flop. Now, there's a lot of, this flop hits a lot of ranges, but we know one thing for certain. They're not going to have queens, and then we block 10s. So, currently the hands are beating us are queen X, and 2 pairs straights, pocket 8s. But we have a lot of good turn and rivers, so we're going to bet. We get called in one spot. Backdoor flush draw. This is a brick, which means that I'm going to bet this. This doesn't change anything on the board, unless they've got, let's say, queen X of clubs. But most of the time here, we're going to be winning our hand, and we're going to river. There's a lot of good cards to river that we can either check back for pot control or go for if we make our hand. So we bet half pot. We get raised. Now, alarm bells are ringing here, but the raise is so small, we're getting a really good price. We've got a lot of equity with our hand. I call. Plan now is to check and get it in. That's what we do. We check. Big blind bets. Only 900 left in my stack after this. We go for all of it. They fold, believe it or not, for 900, which is about £90 to win 1.2k. They fold £90. Obviously we got lucky in river and ace. Plan was to just check a lot of rivers that didn't make our hand and give up. I probably would have folded to a river bet if this comes any other board way that makes straights or a brick, because we just block everything that we want them to have with nut flush draws. We get lucky here with this river, and when we get lucky, we want to go for it all. Right, you get to see the punts as well. Can't hide those two. Even though with the Secret Pro, we're not hiding the punts. Now, we've got the 100 straddle on. We make it 300 with Ace King of Strawberries. Beautiful hand. And we get called in a million spots. Fantastic. We're going to need to flop something. Now, this is a good flop for us. There's a lot of draws here, but we're effectively going to have the best hand. We've got to be careful for sets, but there's not a lot of two-pair combos unless they've got some King 8 suited, which in these games could be there. We're going to start off with a bet. We're going to try and thin the field and get this heads up, or try and win the pot now. We get called in one spot and then raised. Alarm bells are ringing. Now, I think that here we should be able to be folding a lot, but not in these games. In these games you're going to get raised by a lot of club draws. I have to see a turn card, and we're getting a good price. We're getting about 3 to 1, and if the other guy comes along 4 to 1 on our money, so I call. It's only 1500 more. Other guy calls. Turns a brick, so we're going to check. Low jack checks. Now, we know what's coming. Hijack rips it in. And I know when I call flop that the turn's going to be a jam. So we're in the tank. Now, in the moment I'm tanking. Right now, I know it's just a fold. We can call off here. We're getting 2 to 1. But are we ever winning? No. Let's break this down. What hands is he raising to turn that he's then jamming? There's no value, bluffs. It's only values. He's not going to be jamming turn with a flush draw. I reckon he checks back here. Unless he's got 2 5 of clubs. Unlikely. Can't have ace king, didn't raise pre. Can't have kings. So we're looking at 8s and 2s. So basically this hand is saying I've got pocket 8s. So we punt and call. Other guy folds. River comes a brick, and lo and behold, he told us all along what he had. I didn't want to listen. I think it's healthy to show the hands that you misplay and show your punts, especially when you know they're punts, because these are the sort of hands that people like to hide. They're like, oh, just, it's a cooler, it's a cooler. It's not a cooler, bro. That's just a punt. And fish are going to call here. This hand, this shouldn't say hero. I'm a fish. It's the real good pros that are able to get away from these hands. Break down the hand, work it out. It's always a set. There's no bluffs. Onwards and upwards, on to the next hand. So we get a limp, button makes it 400. We're in the small blind with ace queen suited. A lot of these hands you're seeing are going to be premiums. Unfortunately in these games, as much as I want to give action as a pro, I want to be invited back. The rake's so high that going multi-way or going post-flop with marginal hands isn't the way, unfortunately, to tie is right in these games. And it's boring, but it's a winning strategy, and that's what we do around here. So we're going to raise here, go 1600, 4x again. Could go bigger, should go bigger. Folds around to the button, he calls. So we've got a healthy pot. We flop a nice hand. Top, beautiful. We're going to bet here, bet 900. The button jams. We've got one move here, and it's a call. Doesn't matter. We're getting a good price. We flop top. We haven't free bet our hand to fold here. Comes brick on the turn, ace on the river. He mucks. We good. Just get it all in, win. That's the way to play poker. Shock. He's back with a premium. Told you, it's a winning strategy. Make big hands, win. We're playing with Blue, not his real name. Don't need to know his real name. I played a lot with him. I opened to 200. Too small, but don't worry. Blue knows that. Makes it 700 for me. Thank you, Blue. Falls back around to us, we're going to call. Block comes 10 high. Lovely. We can check raise here, but we should 100% be checking. He bets 400. We can check raise here. I don't mind check raising or check calling. Check raise, we're going to get value from all these 10x, but where the board is like so dry, we're just not going to get value from anything else. We're going to charge his overcards, his ace kings, ace queens, king queens, but we're already beating them. I don't mind letting another one roll off, so we call. Turn comes a 5, backdoor flush draw. We're going to check. Bet 1000. He's bet half pot. Now, these hands were a while ago. I know it says at the top the date. This is the wrong date. That's just when they were inputted into the tracker. I think I just call here. I do just call. Horrific. I think we should be raising here a lot. Because we don't want to let his overcard see a river for cheap. We don't want to let his flush draw see a river for cheap. We want to charge his 10x. If he's got anything else, we might let his bluffs off. But I think the problem is when we call here and it goes, we check on the river, they're going to check back a lot with their bluffs. Yeah, we're going to go check and check. That's the problem with not check raising turn, is the river's going to go check a lot when you get these sort of rivers. They can't bluff as much. So I can't even remember what we beat. He just mucked. Jacks are good. Right, you're going to get about a 2-minute masterclass on Asian games. It's a little strategy I like to call bet, bet, bet. Here we go. We make it 200 and get a call by a fish. Everyone in this game is a fish. Doesn't matter. We got a pretty hand. We flop second pair, top kicker, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Our hand's nice. Implement step 1 of bet, bet, bet. We bet. He calls. Love it. Turn comes a really lovely card for us. Now if there's any doubt that we're behind, if we think he's got Queen X, we now have outs with flush draws. That's great for us. We ain't going to need it though. Implement step 2. Bet. He calls. River comes an 8. That does allow 9-10 to get there. That does mean 6-7 gets there. Is he going to have either of those? Unlikely. Can have 9-10 suited. But in these games, we implement step 3. Bet. Fish calls us, and obviously we win. It's a little masterclass for these games. Very easy. Where the rates are so high, where the players are lower quality. A lot of players in these games are just stations. You have to exploit that. And you throw this into a solver, it's probably not going to do anything I've just done here. But it won't make as much money as me. Because it's going to do a lot of checkbacks on the river. It's going to do a lot of checking on the river, where we block their flush draws. They're not going to bluff. and we're scared of Queen X, and we're scared of 9-10, and we're scared of 2 pairs, and Jack 8s, and Queen Jacks, and no. We're going to play bet, and we're going to make as much money as we can. These were multiple sessions, played over multiple days, and we won both, even though we punted with Ace King. Going forward, I'll try and get some more live footage for the videos, but this is how they paid me out. That's right, plastic bag full of 50 notes. That was a fun time. This is just the beginning of the Secret Poker Pro. Please join my journey, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, put a comment in down below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you think I could do better. I'll see you next time.